Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by the one, the only Tyler Outlaw of Brighton Boys Cross Country. How's it going?
Going good, Casey. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So it has been quite the year for you.
hmm
I know and you just wrapped up the season last week in MIS. And you just wrapped up your high school career. How was this year?
Honestly, I feel like this year was one of the best years for at least me that I've experienced. Just having the ability to be a captain and really just try to do everything I could to ultimately take a shot at that state title. I mean, I know that we came up a little bit short, and I have a little bit to take on that. And we had some injuries and sickness and all that stuff. But honestly, this year was super, super rewarding and one of the best years I've ever had. And it'll really leave a footprint on my high school career.
Yeah. So let's take the year and pick it apart like I always like to do.
Okay.
Best moment. What was like some of the big highlights you think of the year?
So honestly, like big highlights, if you want to start from like the summer, like we have
Sure.
our team camp. That was, I mean, every year that's just one of the best things. We go up to Onaway and we just have a blast and we play games and obviously training super hard, but we just go out and have a blast and like just the guys, you can really see one thing that's really cool is you get to see the team blend together. And I kind of this year had a different view. I was kind of able to see the team as a whole and to watch different groups come together and like trying to bring different groups into like the main core was really, really rewarding to see.
So, being a captain of the team, what was that like for you?
So being a captain has been one of the most, I know I've said rewarding a lot, but one of the most rewarding things I've ever experienced. Just having the ability to lead by example, just all that kind of stuff. Really, also just to be able to watch the team grow, like from where the team started to where the team finished. I am beyond proud of every single one of our runners. I mean, just the fight that we had and all that stuff was really, really cool, and especially from a captain standpoint to be able to see that. And then I would also say I've really enjoyed working with the other captains. I mean, Eli, Millington, Brock are all fantastic captains and have been doing a fantastic job just really embracing the team, and everybody's got their little role and little niche and kind of stuff. So it's been really, really cool to work with them and the whole team.
Yeah. So kind of going into, being from the captain side of things and stuff like that. And, what was it like just, leading a bunch of people? Obviously, I know your dad has a lot of experience with that being
Oh
the
yeah, for sure.
superintendent of Brighton, but what was it like just, taking it from there? Because, because I know it was, looking forward to be that guy. And then you are that guy.
hmm Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I was very nervous. We had four fantastic captains the year before. I mean, Langley, Luke, Ian, Bodie were fantastic captains. Especially Luke and Langley having those both years were just one of the most inspirational people I've ever been around. And I really had some, well, not even me only, we all had some really big shoes to fill. And early on, we struggled a little bit with just like what do we do? Like we've never done this before. How like Luke and Langley and Bodie and Ian have always done this. So like now it's our turn. And it's been really, really cool to be able to not even lead the team necessarily, but just be kind of go with it and have a big say in what we do and how we do everything has been super, super cool.
Yeah. So it's your senior year. I know you've done a lot of fun things and gotten to do some. You're also in the leadership class.
hmm
Um, Last year I know we talked to Langley a lot and was able to, really kind of get out of your comfort zone and maybe do things that you never thought you could do. So
hmm
now that you've been in it a few months in, what has it been like?
Well, I feel like it's been kind of a journey. I mean, we've done so many things, just starting from like Pink Week. I mean, we raised close to $90,000. That's a record high for the school, and it's just beyond amazing how we were able to raise so much money and how the community was able to come together and just for this one cause was really inspiring and just amazing to witness. And then we have other things that we've done like the homecoming assembly. I mean, like we had to dance in front of the whole school. And and I'm like a pretty introverted guy, and it was pretty nerve-wracking. I had to go out there and dance in front of the whole school, but it was super cool, and I would do it 1,000 times again.
How was that for you? Was that like trying to learn all that stuff? Did you how did you do with that?
So honestly, I feel like I struggled one of the most out of the people in the class. I feel like I had decent rhythm and everything, but just like learning the moves and getting the memorization down, I really struggled, but I had fun with it, and I think everybody just had fun with it, and that's what made it ended up being a really cool thing.
Yeah. Um, okay. So I know obviously I think the last few weeks you've had to face a few things. You've had to face adversity throughout like, you know, running not at 100%, but still trying to figure it all out. But what was kind of explain what you've had to go through the last few weeks?
So honestly, me and the whole team, we've really been struggling with some aches and pains. I know a couple guys have been injured dealing with like different things with their feet or with like their back, their legs, all that kind of stuff. And then the week before the state meet, almost our entire varsity got knocked out with some sickness. And not trying to make excuses, but one of our guys, Blake Kaliza, had pneumonia while he raced. I mean, he was like so sick, and he is still super sick. I know I was not feeling great, and I know Brock was a little sick. Eli was sick. Zach Waderko was sick. Mitchell Corey was sick. So, I mean, just like how we had to overcome that was really cool, and it was really nice to see that everybody was still able to put on a solid day, and we were still able to come out with a pretty decent performance considering all those things of adversity we had to face.
Yeah. Um, so looking back now that it's over, like how would you look how have you had a chance to reflect back on this year?
So on just like the season, I have reflected, and like I said before, like just the most rewarding season. I just really enjoyed being with the team, and I felt like this season I really just tried to take it all in. Like there was so many lasts. I mean, not even just like last race, but it was like last team camp, last first practice, like that kind of stuff was just like, oh my God, this is my last time, and it's been such a pinpoint for the last 4 years. I mean, Brighton Cross Country has been my life for the past 4 years. So to be able this year to really embrace the last year and try to make the most of it has made for some of the best experiences. I mean, I've become closer with some of the teammates more closely than I have with some people ever. So it's been an amazing season, and I wouldn't change anything at all.
Yeah. So what does this program mean to you?
Oh, this program means everything to me. I mean, just the brotherhood is like it's just everything. I mean, for my freshman year, I was a pretty shy kid, and I got swooped up by that core immediately. I mean, the team just took me in open arms, and Luke Campbell, Tyler Langley took me in like day one. Just was like, you're going to be my guy for the next however many years, and let's go. And it was awesome to be able to go not even just to become friends with all these guys and just have a one specific goal to work towards for all these years was really cool, and just to see how many guys were able to like be focused on one culture kind of way is just amazing.
You mentioned Langley. I know obviously he mentioned obviously I know you've watched the times that he has come on here and
For sure.
he was open he was talking about, I'm hearing a lot of the same things that he told me is some of the same things that you told me. It was start off as a shy kid and now being this open guy and now you're here you are now and talking about it. So like just the personal journey that you've been on, just to kind of did you ever expect you'd be doing the things that you were doing during your 4 year? And obviously the 4 years aren't up yet. So
I know, yeah. So, no, honestly, I did not think I was going to fully dive into this program. I was a pretty serious baseball player my freshman year. I had actually played freshman baseball, and I was all in baseball. And then I just like decided that running was this team was going to become my life, and I was going to fully dive into the team. And once I fully dove into the team, that was really where I was able to like truly become part of the team and get to learn how it actually functions and all that stuff. So I know, like you said about Langley, and I know he had similar things too, but yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's the rest of the year going to be like?
Well, for me, I'm not really sure. I have a fractured foot, just like diagnosed a couple days ago, so I'm in a boot. So I'm going to be on my recovery, doing biking, swimming, whatever PT, whatever stuff I can do to get healthy to get me as prepared for track. I'm still planning on coming to as many practices as possible and still trying to lead. It's going to be hard not being there every day, and I have full trust that the other three captains can fill my spot, but right when track comes, I'll be ready to come back and help the team the best they can. Maybe we can bring home another regional championship.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's I know we got to know you the last time you were on here, but we need to or be reminded of a few things. So here we go.
Okay.
Okay. What's Tyler's go-to place for food?
Go-to place for food. I mean, every single meet we have gone to the Mod Pizza Complex. So one of those places. This year I've gone to Mod Pizza probably more than any other restaurant possible. So I guess I'd have to say Mod Pizza.
Yeah. Um, I know a certain someone still, I mean, I know there's I guess it's a tradition that some people do eat that before a race, like a different kind that I will not mention. But is that just where it's like everybody is that where like everybody goes?
For after the race, yes, and then before races, everybody has different things. Like I have home cooked, some sort of home cooked pasta. I know Eli's got his own thing, Millington's got his own thing, Brock's got his own thing, and everybody just does their own different thing.
Yeah, everybody does. It's so much fun. If you want to learn more, go back and watch all the interviews and you'll
Hmm.
find out what they are.
Yep.
So let's see. Favorite thing, best accomplishment you've had this year. This could be in the classroom, this could be leadership wise, cross country wise. What do we got so far? I know we're only in November at time of
Hmm.
recording, but
So I would say my best accomplishment has just been like being more like not even I wouldn't say extroverted, but just becoming a more like loud guy. Like this year I've really had to take the role to be more of a vocal leader on the team. And I've not really been known as a super vocal guy. And I feel like that's been my biggest accomplishment, just being able to raise my voice and speak with authority. And it's been very cool to be able to do that, and I think that has helped me and changed my personality a little bit. I mean, not like my personality, but it's changed my different different things, and now I'm very confident that in what I say, kind of way. So yeah.
no. Do you watch any other sports, Tyler?
So yeah, I'm pretty involved with sports. I mean, I watch a lot of college football. My Saturdays are pretty booked up with college football, and Sunday usually the NFL. And then I was following the MLB from my baseball past. I mean, just watch the World Series and all that stuff. So I'm pretty well rounded when it comes to those sports.
Okay, favorite team, favorite team, who's the team that you're rooting for? Is there like
I
one
mean,
team you can pick out?
I feel like I'm going with the Tigers, Lions, then I'm rooting for those Wolverines.
Absolutely. Let's see. Favorite movie. I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
You asked me this last time, and I'm still sticking with it. I'm going with Sandlot. It's my classic movie,
Yeah.
and that's just it's a classic and just a feel good movie, and it reminds me a little bit of how things used to be.
Things used to. Well, I mean, The Sandlot was a lot of things used to be.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure how many times you've seen it, but all right. Well, let's end it on that. Tyler, thank you so much for the time, and we will definitely have you on later on in the year.
All right. Thank you, Casey, for having me.